My name's Zoe. I'm an English confidence coach, and this is Phrasal Verbs for Decision Making. These phrasal verbs are essential for talking about decision making in English, especially for those of you working on sounding more native and elevating your use of the English language. If you comment below with some example sentences, I'll leave my feedback. Breakdown, another one with more than one meaning. Version 1. This version of breakdown is about taking something big and dividing it into smaller, more manageable parts. Whether you're working on a huge project or trying to solve a complex problem, breaking it down makes everything feel a little more doable. It's like breaking down a big goal into baby steps. Breakdown version 2. This version is all about something stopping, usually a machine or vehicle. Ever had your car break down in the middle of nowhere? Not fun. Whether it's your car, your computer, or even your washing machine, when something breaks down, it stops working and usually needs some fixing. If you're in a rush, well, that's just bad luck. Some examples. My car broke down on the way to work. The elevator broke down, so we had to take the stairs. Clamp down on, to suppress or stop something from happening. The phrasal verb clamp down on means to take strict or forceful action to stop or limit something, often undesirable or illegal activities. It implies enforcing stricter rules or regulations to control or prevent certain behavior. The company introduced stricter policies in an attempt to clamp down on lateness. The government is trying to clamp down on protests in the city centre. The tax agencies are clamping down on tax evasion. Fill out. To write all the required information on a document. This includes things like a job application, a registration form, or a survey. The last form I filled out was for a visa application, and depending on your job, you might need to fill out forms pretty regularly. Maybe it's a quirk of mine, but I actually kind of enjoy filling out forms if I have a nice pen to do it with. Turn out. The phrasal verb turn out has a few meanings, but generally it refers to how something results, develops, or ends up. I did not want to go out for Juan's birthday last night, but it turned out to be a really fun night, meaning that the end result was that I had fun. The rumors turned out to be true. He really did plan on quitting his job to go traveling. After looking for my keys all day, they turned out to be in my pocket. This may or may not be a true story. Put off. There are two meanings for this one, and you may have noticed that this happens a lot. Understanding phrasal verbs with multiple meanings is one of the keys to leveling up your English. We have a video on this coming out soon. In the meantime, let's look at the meaning number 1 of put off, to postpone or delay. As an example, we had to put off our meeting until next week. We've all been there, haven't we? Whether it's due to scheduling conflicts or unexpected events, sometimes putting things off is unavoidable. On the back burner is an idiom that means something very similar. Both mean to have the intention to do something, just not yet. I've been putting off Spanish classes, ironic, I know. What have you been putting off? Meaning number 2, to be discouraged. An example, the bad weather really put me off going for a walk, meaning that I was going to go for a walk. I had the intention to do so, but now it's raining and suddenly I'm much less enthusiastic about the idea. Make do. To accept something less than ideal. This phrasal verb means to manage something that is not what you wanted, but you accept it because it's the only option. It's about compromise or getting by with what you have because you really want it is not available. Have you ever been hiking in shoes that were really not ideal for the place you were hiking in? You have no other choice but to make do with what's on your feet. As an example, we don't have any coffee. we'll have to make do with tea. Try out. This means to test something by using it to see if it works or if you like it. Whether it's a new recipe or product or even an activity, you try it out to see how it goes. Like a little experiment. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but you won't know until you try. Try it out. Hey, sometimes it leads to great discoveries. I tried out an aerial silk class lately and I loved it. When I try out a new dish at my favorite restaurant, I often regret it and wish that I'd stuck with my old favorite. Some examples. You should try out this new recipe. It's delicious. And I'm going to try out that new cafe this weekend and see if it's any good. Run out of. Having no more of something. Picture going to the fridge to get milk for your cereal, only to realize that you've run out of milk. Frustrating, right? We can run out of food, money, or time, and all of these things are deeply annoying. Have you ever felt that panic set in when you realize that you were running out of time to complete an exam? Maybe you've run out of money just before payday? Running out of something usually isn't ideal. Congratulations to all of you that made it to the end. Remember that I'm giving feedback to all of you who leave your example sentences below. Until next time.